Hello everyone. This is Kayla Ford coming to you again. Like to present my visions concerning the waters that I had back in um, June 5th, 2018. As my visions come, I like to write them down so that I can go back to them. Sometimes I have an understanding of what comes to me. Other times I just kind of have to wait and see what happens. But um, in in this particular situation, we're in hurricane season for the Atlantic Ocean now. Things have already been popping off over in the Pacific Ocean. Now the Atlantic Ocean is getting active. If you remember, around this time last year is when we had some of the largest hurricanes on record to take place. And those hurricanes did some things that we had never even heard of before. One of them even sucked up all the water near the beaches, near the shorelines, and for a specific amount of time and brought it back. So we're just in that time and in that season now. So I had some visions. It was that one day I had 5 visions. It was in that one session though, so it was like 5 scenes. If any of you have any idea what this is saying or if you get anything from it, feel free to post in the comments or you can inbox me or whatever, however you want to do that. But okay, so I had the vision on the 5th of June, 2018, and it started off with an island disappearing into the ocean. Now, I don't know if the island itself sunk into the ocean or if the waters, the sea level rose up over the island. I'm not for sure. But from as I tell you more, it's going to make me believe that it's like the island disappearing in the ocean was kind of like the start of it or the cause of what comes after. So that was the first scene in the vision. The second scene goes to Florida, state of Florida. I saw it. It was like I was above the United States, and I was looking at a map of the United States, and I saw Florida, and then I didn't see Florida. Florida was like underwater. Um, Again, I don't know why or how that happens. It could be because of whatever from what I said on with the first scene of the island disappearing into the water. Perhaps that's I don't know if the island disappearing into the water causes a tsunami wave or what. I did not see that. So in all of this, I don't see what causes. It could be anything. So, first one, island disappears into the ocean. Second scene goes to Florida, disappearing under the water. Third scene goes to Georgia. I was looking at a TV screen and there was a weather flash, a news flash for Georgia, the state of Georgia. It was a state of emergency. And on the TV screen, you could see the rotation, how we have, how we have weather reports where you have the tornadoes and you can see they'll show the clouds and then they'll show like a little spinning circle and they'll show you rotation, but it's like little spinning like white circles or yellow circles, something like that. Well, I didn't see that. I saw red. And the red rotations is usually what they use for hurricanes. So, in this picture, and I'm going to show you this picture. In this picture, I saw rotation that was coming out from the ocean going clear across the state of Georgia and on up through Atlanta. So it was rotation. It was the hurricane rotations that we see when we see the red marks when it says category 3, category 4, or whatever. That's what I saw, and it was a state of emergency. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. I show you the picture of what I saw. Okay, the next scene goes to North and South America. You know how we have Mexico that kind of trails off into, I guess it may be like Guatemala. I don't know. I'm not um, too savvy on, but I'm going to show you a map so you'll see what I'm talking about. Guatemala, Nicaragua, those countries that are down there that go into South America. That portion of land was covered in water. Not only was with North and South America being separated by water and not being able to see any of the other islands that were nearby. Um, Another scene I saw was the like how we look at a world map and you see continents or whatnot. The outline of the continents changed because water had come up onto the land. So it was the outline of the continents. Water came onto the land on those continents. I can't tell you which ones. I just seen it was because it was so quick. I seen just water just going. You could see water just kind of coming up on the land. But I was on top looking down. So I just saw that the shape change because of the water coming in. Okay, so then after that, the last scene I seen, which is this is 6 things. It was 6 clips in there. The last thing that I saw was the Ring of Fire became very active. For the For those of you that don't know, I'm not familiar with it as myself, but I explain it as best as I can. Ring of Fire is that piece of it's volcanoes that are over somewhere in the Pacific. I think it lines like over, like maybe where Japan, Korea, those type over there on that side, and it kind of wraps around and comes back around like Alaska, over on the west coast. It's you can Google it because I may be off, but again I was looking down, and it became very active. Now we know we've had some volcanic activity over in Hawaii. Volcano erupted, and it erupted for a long time and caused a lot of damage. But this just showed volcanic activity just really popping off within that ring of fire that's supposed to be where a lot of volcanoes are. So that's what I seen in my vision. When I get these visions, I don't ask for dates or times. I don't do date setting. So it could be this year, it could be 10 years from now. I don't know. Just here recently, I've been getting a lot of things concerning the nations, a lot of things concerning this nation, the world, the waters, warships, stuff like that. As with everything, I take it to the Lord, and what is it that you want me to get out of this? What is this that you're trying to say? Some things He gives us to pray for. So other thing, or intercede for. Other things He gives us a warning. Hey, this is what's going to happen. You need to prepare yourself. You need to get, move here or do this or do that or whatever. So currently, right now, we have an active volcano that is headed for the East Coast, the Carolinas, Hurricane Florence. They're expecting it to hit in the Carolina area. So we're just going to see. It's still a few days out. Going to see what it does. Praying that it goes back out to sea. Excuse me. But we just have to see how it plays out. So these are my visions. as with everything, take it to the Lord in prayer. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. It could change, you know. But there are other people that have also had visions concerning the waters, concerning things that are going to happen. I know that there is a popular teaching on YouTube about a prophet or Pastor Ephraim Rodriguez who said something was going to fall out of the sky and hit in the Gulf of Mexico and cause a wave. I didn't see anything falling out of the sky. And usually when the Lord shows me stuff, he'll show me a meteor. I'll see a meteor fall out of the sky. I've seen that plenty of times. He will show me a large tsunami wave. He did not show me any of that occurring in this case. So, from what I said from the beginning, the island disappearing into the ocean seems to trigger some of this stuff. Like, it explains how Florida could disappear underwater if the island goes in the water and causes the big wave or whatever. Florida disappears and gets covered in water. It would also explain possibly the water level rising and going over North America, that piece of land that connects North America to South America. Now the Georgia hurricane, or the state of emergency in Georgia, that just kind of stands alone. And the Ring of Fire being active, I have no clue. The water's going over the different continents and different areas, I have no clue. It could be anything. We know that. So we know in the book of Revelations that there are various judgments, bowls, seals that have destruction attached to them, where we see asteroids or meteors being cast into the sea, where we see volcanic eruptions, where sun's not going to shine, moon's not going to give its light, those type of things. So I don't know if any of this is related. Could be. It could be for that end time. I don't know. But anyways, I just like to put this stuff out and kind of have it where I know I can look back to it and say, oh, I saw that, you know. And with all things, take this stuff to the Lord in prayer. If you have any suggestions, if you have any ideas, if you have any interpretations, feel free to leave a message or inbox me. And until the next time, it's all I have. This is Kayla Ford. I will see you all again the next time. Blessings.